Good morning, and thank you for listening to Community Spotlight, the program that's designed to focus on the issues in your community that matter to you.
Hi, good morning. I'm Jonathan with Community Spotlight on Knoxville's 106.7 The Light. Well, the Christian arts here in Knoxville, it's booming, and joining me today from Knoxville Christian Arts Ministry is the director, Jill Lagerberg. Thank you for joining me today.
Hey, Jonathan, it's great to be here.
Oh, I think about the music and dance and interpretive movement. You see it in churches nationwide and even around the world, but there's something special about not just in a church setting, but other places in the community.
Yes, KnoxCAM is on mission. Our mission statement says that we will use music, drama, and dance to proclaim the gospel outside the walls of the church building. We've just finished our 7th season, and as it's developed, God has led us primarily into prisons across the state of Tennessee. So we're traveling from Mountain City to Memphis every year.
Wow. Now, does that happen? Is that during a certain time of year, or is that just at various times throughout the year?
We follow sort of the school schedule.
Okay.
Our rehearsal period begins in August. Our first concert is usually the weekend before Thanksgiving, and then the rest of our season takes place from January to May.
That's awesome. Knoxville Christian Arts Ministry here in town. Tell me, if you don't mind, how it began and what's the vision of it, and maybe and as we go throughout this morning, how folks can get involved.
I'm on staff at Cedar Springs Presbyterian Church to direct this ministry, and before I was doing this job, I was the sanctuary choir director there. The choir went on a mission trip to Peru in 2005. Had a wonderful time, blessed time ministering in Lima through music. And when we got back, we started praying that wouldn't be the end of using music as an outreach outside the walls of the church building. And what we were doing began to grow. We got connected with some prison ministries and were able to go into a couple of prisons. We went to some nursing homes. And I wasn't really beating the bushes looking for these opportunities. People were calling us.
Oh, wow.
And we really felt like God was leading this. The church leadership felt the same way and eventually asked me if I would develop this kind of ministry as a sort of different focus of my position at Cedar Springs. So they commissioned KnoxCAM in the summer of 2009. Now we have over 100 members from about 35 different churches in the Knoxville and surrounding area.
That is great. Isn't that exciting how, just that experience on a mission trip, you take it home with you, and then God just continues to blossom it, and grow.
We were praying at the beginning that no one would be able to say anything except God did this.
Yeah.
And it certainly has worked out that way.
Man, that is cool. Now, what are some of the things that happen in KnoxCAM? I mean, you've got instrumentalists, you've got music, of course, you've got dance. So what else goes on?
What we do, I would describe as most like musical theater. We tell a connected drama story, our actors, and then it's just like musical theater. It's pulled together with music and dance.
What's been one of the coolest parts that over the years that or a story maybe that you're like, this is why we do what we do? Maybe a life change, or there may be many opportunities or things like that you've noticed.
There is a gentleman who is an inmate up at Northeast in Mountain City who's a Christian. There are actually a lot of Christian inmates, and it's humbling to hear them talk about prison being their place of ministry. It's not just what they call free world people who are ministering in prisons. They are praying, they are discipling, they are encouraging their own brothers or sisters, as the case may be. But this guy had brought his friend to one of our concerts. The friend was not a Christian. And he's drug addicted, as you, I'm sure, are aware. There's a lot of drug addiction, even within prisons. And he cried through the concert. And the reason I know this is because one of our gentlemen is writing to this Christian inmate on a regular basis. And so Gordon was telling him in these letters what had happened. But he said that he keeps telling his friend, you can kick addiction, you can turn your life around, but Jesus is the only way. And he said this friend cried through our concert, and Gordon's comment was in the letter, it's amazing how stories about real life, and our dramas are about real life and things that will be relatable to the prison inmates, can soften even drugged, hardened hearts.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
So that's just one story. I mean, there are many, many stories that we do get letters, we get cards. These guys and women are so thankful that anybody would come and see them. Some of them don't have any visitors except people like us. In fact, many of them don't have visitors except for people like us.
Well, you think about it, just being the hands and feet. I mean,
that's exactly it.
That's it. I mean, because you're able to reach a part of the population that a lot of normal, quote, churchgoers won't be able to meet.
And not everybody's called to this kind of ministry, and that we understand that, and we're so thankful and blessed for the folks that are part of what we're doing. We, as I mentioned, we have many members, over 100. They range in age from 18 to 86.
Wow.
They're from many congregations, many denominations.
That's great.
We are drawn together by our common vision to use performing arts to proclaim the gospel. We feel like God created us to be creative, and music, drama, dance, they have an impact that nothing else has,
You're right.
for better or worse.
Well, you think about songs that you remember.
That's it.
I mean, from years and years ago. I mean, you've got it locked in your brain forever, in your memory.
I think God created us to respond to music, drama, dance in ways that we don't respond to just spoken word. And we're so excited that we're able to use these gifts that he gave us in the way that he intended, to glorify him.
That's awesome.
And to share his love.
That's great. And I know you've got a website, KnoxCAM.org, KnoxCAM.org, and on social media too. Something neat that you had mentioned that you had just started was a YouTube channel.
That's right. On YouTube, we have KnoxCAM TV. And there you can find recordings of our concert this year and the one we did last year, as well as a more informational, inspirational video about what we do that includes some interviews with inmates.
Oh, neat.
Morgan County Prison let us come up and tape there, which was really wonderful.
That's awesome. I love stuff like that. Well, how can folks contact you if they have a specific gift, whether it's drama, art, or music, and want to get involved? How can folks reach out to you?
We actually are right now looking for new members for next year. We always have turnover, life happens to people.
Yep.
And so we're always looking for people who would like to use their gifts in this kind of ministry. You can reach me through the website easily, KnoxCAM.org. Also, you can email KnoxCAM at CSPC for Cedar Springs Presbyterian Church, CSPC.net.
Awesome. Jill Lagerberg, director of Knoxville Christian Arts Ministries. Oh man, this is a bright spot in our community, because you look at what's happening not just in Knoxville but the region, and even statewide, nationwide. When you see God's hand using just regular folks and impacting lives, I'm proud of this. This is good stuff, and praise God for it. 690-7882 or KnoxCAM at CSPC.net. Thanks for joining me today.
You are so welcome. Thank you very much.
We would like to thank our guests for joining us this morning, and thank you for listening. If you have a topic that you would like us to look into, then feel free to let us know by calling 800-330-9648. Again, that's 800-330-9648. Thank you for listening, and we hope you have a blessed rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you next time on Community Spotlight.